Good morning, millennials.
Good morning, millennials.
How's it going today on this wonderful, bright, and sunny Wednesday? No, because it's really Tuesday because we only had a 4-day week.
Imagine if it were Tuesday.
It is, though, essentially.
Right, but then it's Wednesday, so it's a gift.
I don't see it that way, but I appreciate your optimism.
I mean, I don't know how I'm even being optimistic. I've never felt worse in my life.
Me too.
And what's so crazy is I'm doing dry January. If for those of you
who
who
don't
know,
are?
have I mentioned that? Yeah. Because I started out like, obviously I don't want to drink. It's the month before my wedding. And then I got the Dry January app. One of the toasters was talking about it. And now I track every day. So like now I really just want to like stay dry for January. And then maybe I'll have a drink or two in February, but I just want to say I did Dry January.
Wait, that's so crazy because like I feel like people who do Dry January like talk about it all the time and like they're annoying, but you're not.
I know. So fun fact about me, I'm doing Dry January.
I was supposed to, but I didn't last till January 4th.
Oh.
Because of Marga Lewin's birthday. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, right. That's fair. So I haven't had a drink in like over 3 weeks, and I've never felt worse in my life. Yesterday, like, I had symptoms of what I could have been the worst hangover ever, but it was just life. Mm-hmm. So what's the point? Like, if I'm gonna feel hungover for some reason or another anyway, like, I might as well have had a good time for at least like 3 hours.
I agree.
So I don't know if I would advocate for Dry January. I'll let you know at the end of the month, but so far I feel like shit. I've really never felt worse. Like yesterday, when we started the show, like I had a headache, and then it was just a migraine sort of day.
I understand.
It was so hard. I mean, Theo tried to really cure me and help me, and he wrote me a prescription for love and happiness.
I think he wrote you a prescription actually for some vitamins.
But it did, the love and happiness, honestly, like it wasn't strong enough. I'm gonna need to up my dosage and to start taking more of my vitamins.
One of my resolutions was like to get my vitamin shit together. I've always taken milk thistle because so many people tell me it's a good thing. But I really find, like I have so many like bodily problems that I think can only be healed naturally. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the tiredness, the lack of energy, the fatigue. I really feel like it could only be something like Eastern medicine can do. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's like, it's the sort of thing where, yes, you need to heal naturally, but then also you need to start taking vitamins. Like, we're at a point in our lives where, like, we're aging. Like, our bones are getting brittle.
But Ben does vitamins.
You definitely don't have enough nutrients.
He puts the bottles, like, all over the place, and it, like, takes up the whole kitchen, and it's so annoying. As someone who, like, has OCD, I can't deal with the amount of sheer space that vitamins take up. Like, not even in the medicine cabinet, because there's no room for it.
That's why you need Care of.
So I actually got Care of. I got a huge, like, stack. And the little, like, it's actually good because if I forget it in the morning, I throw it in my purse, and then in the middle of the day, I'll be like Raven having a vision, and I remember that I didn't take it.
Vitamins.
I'm only like a week in, and I definitely feel better. A, because I'm just doing something every day, and it feels good to like remember to do something.
Yeah.
And B, they give you a quiz, like, what do you want your vitamins for? And I took it really seriously. Like, A, brain.
It's a personalized quiz. You know we love
a personalized quiz over here. Brain, function, memory, that was my number one shit. 2, energy, like crashing at 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it's so funny, I ended up getting milk thistle in even though I already take it. So now I got rid of my other milk thistle and I just take the one that they give me.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So if you guys want to get Care of, we obviously have a code for you because we care about you and we want you to feel good. Our promo code is TOAST. So if you go to takecareof.com, use promo code TOAST on screen, you will be able to get 25% off your first month. So they send you an entire month of supplies. So it's like, I love not having to think about things. That's my favorite thing. 25% off your first month of personalized Care of vitamins. Takecareof.com and enter promo code TOAST.
I started using Care of like 6 months ago, and I really wish I had had that promo code then.
Yeah, totally. That's a hefty promo code.
Yeah.
25%.
And now, like, I've been remiss in taking my vitamins, but this is a good reminder. Like, I fucking need vitamins. Something's wrong with me.
You know, I wonder if there will ever come a day where I feel good. Are there people who walk around, like, people who set alarms and they feel good?
No, or they're like, I'm not tired.
Yeah, I'll never know what that's like, but I just want to know if there are people out there who don't spend their entire mornings complaining.
There are.
Oh, okay. Should we try and be them today?
No, I can't today.
No,
I've truly, like, never felt worse.
Tomorrow.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways, long day yesterday. So much great TV was on.
Yes, I did catch up on Vanderpump Rules and Siesta Key. And I have so many thoughts on Siesta Key.
I have so many thoughts on
It was really
Siesta
good.
Key. We'll recap everything after we hit you with the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
Hey.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Update from yesterday's story. Chris Brown has been released after Paris rape complaint. The singer denies the allegation. American singer Chris Brown was released after being detained in Paris over allegations of aggravated rape and drug offenses, judicial sources confirmed to CBS News on Tuesday. The sources said Brown and 2 others were released from custody, and the public prosecutor will continue investigating the complaints, which Brown denies. He denied the incident in an Instagram post on Tuesday afternoon in all caps. Want to make it perfectly clear, ... This is false and a whole lot of cap. Never. For my daughter and my family, this is so disrespectful and is against my character and morals. Thoughts?
What exactly are the character and morals of someone who's been accused of like battery and assault, and it's like he acts like he's this upstanding citizen and he has this wonderful reputation that is now being tarnished. No, I think when you beat the shit out of Rihanna and those pictures of her went viral, like that's probably like when, you know, your reputation started being tarnished.
Yeah.
Not now. It's already tarnished. We hate you and we don't respect you.
No, but I mean, this is really bad time for a rape allegation to be coming out. Like today, you know, like if he had just stayed quiet, maybe he could have missed all of this, you know, Me Too times up.
Right.
But I feel as though this is just a bad time for him.
Also, what does it mean? This is all cap. Did he mean crap?
I have no idea.
I was trying to understand. Maybe he was just like really upset and just like blurted it out.
I thought he meant all cap, like in caps lock, because that's that's the key that he used.
You think?
I that's what I thought.
Unclear. Whatever. He's maintaining his innocence. I, for one, don't believe him. And I don't think the world really does either. And I think I have to speak on behalf of the Toasters when we say we don't believe you, Chris Brown.
Yeah, I don't believe Chris Brown because, you know, fool me once, shame on me.
Was he allowed to leave the country, like go back home?
Yeah, I think so. He's out of court, so out of jail. So what can they do?
Peace. Whatever. So I like truly like, here's another New Year's resolution. When does it stop? When does it become too late to like make New Year's resolutions?
2020.
Okay.
But then you make new ones.
I am not going to perpetuate the fame of monsters like Chris Brown. Like, he keeps making money because people keep listening to his music and keep making him popular, and I'm no longer going to talk about him. How about that? He's been China'd.
There's a lot of people like that, including Bryan Singer, who
also Bad Babby, Danielle Bregoli.
What about her?
Like, we need to stop talking about her.
I never, ever talk about her.
I just read something. She got like $1 million makeup deal or something.
With who?
I have literally
Crayola?
no idea. No. Shantae! I mean, that was good.
Thank you. I never talk about her, and I feel so glad about it.
No, but like the world does, and World Star needs to stop because they're perpetuating her fame.
I don't follow World Star.
I do. It's like the best Instagram account.
I followed it for a few days, and there was just way too much.
They post over 20 times a day.
Did you watch Jimmy Kimmel on Watch What Happens Live?
No, but I saw John Mayer showed up with a guitar.
Okay. The first half of the episode was probably like the worst 15 minutes of television I've ever seen, especially considering like it should have been the best.
Two premium late night hosts sitting together, getting to know one another.
Right. Like a few weird things happened. Like, first of all, Jimmy Kimmel just wasn't being funny, and like it was really weird.
Oh, maybe that's because he's not funny, and he has a TV show where they literally edit him to perfection and have 25 writers who write every mediocre joke for him. Maybe, I don't know. That's why I'm just not sure.
The second thing was that they kept on putting their like Watch What Happens Live, like their game things. Like when they would play a game, they would like put their sticker on top of the screen, and like it says something like if it's like you've been China, and it was like China, but Jimmy Kimmel talking, and we like missed what he was saying. It was like just so weird. It was like, whoever was in the control room, like, just stop with your fucking games for a second. Like, we don't need to see the graphic 5,000 times. Let the man speak. And then Andy was playing these games with him where he was like, people you would never have on your show, and they had to go back and forth for 30 seconds. And Andy had all of his answers planned out already. He had like everyone who's ever been China since the dawn of time, like Danielle Bregoli. And Jimmy Kimmel is just being thought about it for the first time, and it was just like, he was just like, Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, like, he was just going through all the Trumps.
Oh, because he couldn't think of anything else.
Yeah, like, that was so unfair that Andy had, like, hours to prepare. He had writers, and then Jimmy Kimmel has to come up on the spot of everyone he never liked.
Also, it's very possible that they did give him the questions in advance, like he just didn't prepare.
I don't know. It really didn't seem like it. It was so, it was really strange. It was so, at first, I
honestly,
was like
I love Watch What Happens Live, and I want to watch every episode, but like, do you know how uninterested I am to watch a fucking episode of Jimmy Kimmel? Like, you're a talk show host for a reason. Like, you're not the talent. Like, we're not interested in you or your life or your family or your opinions.
It only got better when he started being like hosty and turning the tables on Andy, being like,
Andy's interesting.
I got you these gifts, like for the bait, he did like a gag gift and then a real gift. And it was just so strange. And then they were like, and here's a sneak peek of Vanderpump Rules next week. And I was so excited because I'd just seen Vanderpump Rules. I was like, sneak peek?
Yeah.
And they cut to a picture of James, and then it goes to commercials. Like, it didn't work, the preview. And then they came back, and they were like, sorry about that. And Jimmy Kimmel was like, where's my Vanderpump Rules preview? And like, seriously, we never got it, and I still want it.
Oh my God.
It was just like,
one big hot
technically
mess.
bad and spiritually bad.
I understand.
It was really upsetting.
No, Jimmy Kimmel, honestly, like, I don't fuck with him whatsoever. I think he's so not funny. And I've heard some things, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like either of the Jimmys. But, you know,
I like Jimmy Fallon.
I realize I'm just not a late night kind of gal.
No, me neither. I'm a James Corden girl, though, for sure.
Same, but then like his show's too long.
No, I'm a James Corden YouTube channel kind of girl.
Exactly. We're just digital through and through.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of people that must be canceled, and we will help further along their cancellation because, you know, the world is just so eager to cancel people except people who deserve to be canceled, you know? Mm-hmm. Except for people who have hurt other people.
No, the only, like, there's, excuse me. There's like the 1% of the world of people who are actually evil and need to be canceled, and for some reason, like, the world turns a blind eye to that 1%. But then there's like people like who have fucked up, and the world just like immediately cancels them, a la one Bryan Singer. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or like Dan Schneider, or who's another one?
R. Kelly.
No, but like the world has canceled him now.
It's taking a really long time.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry, the comments are going off about something about a nurse.
Okay.
And I feel like I might know what it is, and I just need to make sure. Oh my God, nurse arrested in the case of incapacitated woman who gave birth.
Okay, sorry, not to be ignorant, but male nurse or female nurse? Because when you think nurse, you think a woman.
No, but it's a male nurse.
Okay, so she arrested for the rape?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, okay. We have a bonus story. The nurse, we're actually gonna do an update on the woman who gave birth in a coma because her family said that she's actually not in a coma.
Oh.
But she's in, like, I was going to get into it, but this is more important. A nurse arrested in the case of an incapacitated woman who gave birth. Phoenix police say a licensed practical nurse has been arrested on a charge of sexual assault in the impregnation of an incapacitated woman who gave birth last month at a long-term healthcare facility. Phoenix Police Chief Jerry Williams said Wednesday that investigators arrested 36-year-old Nathan Sutherland, do we have a name?
A man.
On one count of sexual assault and one count of vulnerable adult abuse. Williams said Sutherland worked at the Hacienda healthcare facility where the woman lived and had been providing care to her. The 29-year-old victim has been incapacitated since the age of 3 and gave birth to a boy at the facility on December 29th.
Nathan Sutherland.
Wow. The plot thickens.
And you know what's just so crazy? It's like this dude. Oh, yeah, dude, sorry. I don't know why I'm like so confused about the nurse thing. It's just, there's just some things you think like a nurse is a woman, and I just thought it was. I'm sorry, I'm just like so ignorant, and I'm so, like, you know, what's the fucking word? I've just been so brainwashed by the patriarchy. Like, I can't think of anything, like, you know?
Totally.
He went through nursing school, like years of probably student loans, hard work, studying, literally just to get arrested. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
Because he's obviously a junkie and a disgusting, sick fuck.
But this is definitely not his first instance of abuse.
You think?
For sure. Well, first of all, he was definitely abusing this woman. Like, it wasn't like he did it once and she got pregnant.
Right.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
what are the odds?
Right. That's true. She would have to be, like, incredibly fertile.
Right.
So this isn't the first time.
No. And I'm sure, like, along his way, he's 36, he probably had, like, 10 years of abuse under
So you know
his
how,
belt.
like, in prison there's a hierarchy? Like, if you, like, abuse a child, like, they beat the shit out of you. I feel like this is really down low at the bottom of the prison hierarchy. They're like, you got, an ill woman pregnant? You're a fucking sick fuck, and he's gonna get the shit beat out of him.
Totally.
They have a weird way of serving justice in prison.
They do. But I wonder if this is a result of the DNA tests or, you know, information that they found, because they did get samples from everyone.
Oh, they did.
And
right.
I wonder if he, like, willingly gave his DNA sample, like, knowing it's going to come back to him.
Right, because if he's a nurse, he definitely knows, like...
You might as well confess and, like, try and act like you were in love or something.
Or maybe, like, there's footage of some security something.
Yes, like, only person
This
going into the room.
story is so terrible and, like, horrible, and I'm glad justice has been served in a small way. But can you explain what you were going to say about the family saying she's not in a coma?
Yes, so that was supposed to be our fifth story, but the woman who gave birth at the Arizona nursing facility is, quote, not in a coma, says the family. The family of an Arizona woman who gave birth last month in a long-term healthcare facility issued a statement saying she is not in a coma, despite assertions by police she's in a vegetative state and medical records stating she has been unresponsive for decades. Quote, the victim's parents would like to make clear that she's not in a coma, the family of the 29-year-old Native American woman said in a statement through their attorney. Quote, she has significant intellectual disabilities as a result of seizures very early in her childhood. She does not speak but has some ability to move her limbs, head, and neck.
Oh.
Their daughter responds to sound and is able to make facial gestures. The important thing is that she is a beloved daughter, albeit with significant intellectual disabilities.
Albeit?
I always say albeit.
You do?
Like, I think it's one word.
It's a weird fucking word because
No,
it should
but
be
it's like
ALL space
BE
BE space IT.
IT.
No, I agree with you. And it also sounds like someone's last name, like Jackie Albate.
No, it sounds like albeit Manzo.
That's all I can't. Which one was that? The cuter one or the
cuter one,
or the
I
smarter
think.
one?
This, both.
Albie.
Chris is
Albie was the
younger.
cuter one, but Chris was the smarter one. Like Chris had his shit together, Albie got kicked out of law school or something. Or
No,
got
I
dropped
thought
out.
the cuter one was also the smarter one.
No,
Whatever.
never. No one's that lucky.
Okay. I always
okay,
say
so she
albeit first, and then I remember it's albeit.
So she's like with it, the victim. Like
She's at least mentally there, so
Sound.
this makes this even worse.
completely because she was like aware of the entire thing, but couldn't speak to.
And so when she was giving birth, like she must have been in incredible pain.
Oh no.
She has feelings, likes to be read to, enjoys soft music, and is capable of responding to people she is familiar with.
No, this story gets worse and
especially
worse.
family. This story gets worse and worse, for sure.
Okay, sorry. It appears that Albie was the hot and smart one.
Wow, I'm so glad.
But I remember them having the conversation that he got kicked out of law school.
I think he might have, but he was still smart and hot.
So what did Chris do for a living?
That's the $1 million question.
Right. I guess if you have to ask.
I think he's still trying to figure it out.
Okay, aren't we all?
Wow, I can't believe we have a name. I really wasn't expecting this on this Treacherous Wednesday
No, I
morning.
know. Just like I feel like a lot of justice has been served in the past couple weeks. They found that girl in Boston, Olivia Livy.
Oh yeah, but she was gone for like one night.
A couple hours.
They found the girl who was gone.
Jamie.
Yeah.
And did you see there was a $50,000 reward, and she got herself out and she ran to this family and they called the police and the police gave them the $50,000 and they said we don't want it. Jamie should get it for like school. She fucking saved herself, and now like the government's getting involved. They have to figure out what to do with the 50 grand. Like if they don't give it to this girl, I'm protesting.
And do they tax that?
I don't know. And like where does that money come from?
Yeah. That is so crazy.
It's always
she's gonna need more than $50,000 though. She lost both of her parents.
And she needs like
Extensive
therapy.
Yeah.
Her picture like haunts me, you know?
I know, and they use the same one every time.
Yeah.
I can't like keep up with the story because it'll give me
The
nightmares.
toasters, and I just think like millennials in general are like really invested in like these types of cases that go national, and they like follow along and they think that they can help. And a lot of times like people get found due to like Facebook posts and shit.
Yeah, or if like everyone recognizes this person's face, then if they ever go in public with their captor, maybe they have a chance, you know?
And do you find that like, especially in airports and just like restaurants in general, like are you seeing more signs for like human trafficking, like helplessness?
No.
Yeah, like I was just on the airplane and I had read a story a couple weeks ago about this flight attendant who like saved this woman's life because the girl was like with a man, and there's like a lot of signs because they have to travel with their captors, and she was so silent, and like the dude ordered the drink for her, and like she like wouldn't make eye contact, and the girl went to the bathroom and wrote a message on the mirror, and when they landed, the police came and got the girl. And so now, I guess because there's so many human traffickers like have to take airplanes, commercial flights, that there's like all these like new signs around airports. Like if you see something, like do this.
Oh my God.
And I was in a bathroom once, and it was like, if you feel unsafe, order this shot, and the waitress will know what you're talking about. It was like a fake shot called like the ginger shot or whatever.
Oh, the angel shot. If you're on a dating.
Well, you're not supposed to say the name.
Oh, but
Yeah.
it's fine. I've seen it.
Yeah, but it's only in women's rooms. So if I've always
No, but
watching
I've
the
seen it
show-
on the internet.
Okay.
Like it was like this is an amazing thing.
I mean, they're blowing up the spot.
Yeah, I've seen it. Like it's
Oh my
like
God, no, that's why I knew the name. I just said a different one because I didn't want to blow up the spot. Now, if like a straight man's watching, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I was just on a date with someone. She ordered the shot."
Anyways, no, they won't remember. They'll be like, it couldn't be me. There's definitely an angel shot on the menu at this place.
Yeah, right. No, I'm a nice guy.
Speaking of not nice
No, let's
guys,
go back. We were in the middle of the
Bryan
conversation.
Singer. hit with fresh allegations of sex with underage boys. Bryan Singer, the director of Bohemian Rhapsody, up for Movie of the Year, very much still a player in the industry, is facing new allegations in addition to the old allegations that we've already heard, published in The Atlantic on Wednesday that he engaged in sexual misconduct with underage boys. In the report, 4 men alleged that Singer had sexual encounters with them when they were teenagers in the late 1990s. One of the men, Victor Valdovinos, says he was a 13-year-old extra on the set of Apt Pupil when Singer fondled his genitals. The 3 other accusers are identified in the story by pseudonyms. One, identified in the story as Andy, says that he had sex with Singer when he was 15. Another man, identified as Eric, says he was 17 when he began having sex with the director. Singer would have been 31 at the time. The third man, Ben, alleges that he and Singer had oral sex when he was 17 or 18.
Shook. And
there's more gruesome details to the story. Feel free to read them on your own.
You know, we get the gist. So this is what I was saying before. It's like, we live in this like immediate cancel culture, and it really weirdly only applies to people like who didn't really like fuck up that bad, and like there's margin for error, but like these evil people who are like actually bad people and evil people and have done the most unforgivable, horrible things for years, not just once. It's like everyone turns a blind eye.
For sure, and there's a stark difference between hurting people physically and hurting people with your words.
Or just like making a joke and like saying something dumb and like fucking up.
Right, or like just saying something mean and doing something cruel. There's like, why is it the same punishment for each?
It's not. Which
is cancellation.
Right, yeah. No, not even.
Right, no.
I think like these days we are more likely to immediately cancel someone who said something inappropriate than someone who did something inappropriate.
Right.
To someone else. Wild.
We got to get a handle on that, you guys.
No, Bryan Singer is pit city, and his face is also like a big pit. Like you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, you 100% did it.
I never knew what he looked like until right now.
But they're always talking about him on Twitter. Like
yeah, and NT.
Yeah, and he's really like a bad guy. And Rami Malek, I just saw this right before I sat down, and I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing, but did an interview where they asked him about the Bryan Singer of it all. And he basically said that Freddie Mercury like turned a blind eye to Bryan Singer, so he was getting into the character so much that he also turned a blind eye. Like that's the dumbest answer, but like honestly,
just say you needed to check.
Jackie, it's kind of like a smart answer, just like from a publicity standpoint. I'm like,
because it's like it turns the question on its head, and now you don't know what to say next.
Right? No, it's not a bad answer.
No.
Well, I wonder if justice for Bryan Singer will ever be.
Justice for Bryan Singer's victims
will
ever be served?
I don't think so.
We need a documentary about it. It's like the world can't understand someone's cruel until we see it in a 6-part Lifetime series.
Right, that like spells it out for you.
Right.
Okay,
all the writings on the wall. I'm not sure though.
Suddenly, I can't read. No, we got to put together a documentary. That's what it is.
Yeah. Speaking of documentaries and R. Kelly, Taraji P. Henson faces backlash after comparing R. Kelly to Harvey Weinstein. I saw this first posted by The Toast. Thank you very much, Claudia.
Oh, it is an honor.
Taraji P. Henson sparked outrage and confusion after she compared the use of #MuteRKelly hashtag to #Mute Weinstein and Mute Harvey Weinstein. In since-deleted Instagram story posts, the Empire star called out the lack of posts calling for the muting of the disgraced Hollywood mogul, who was set to stand trial in May for sexual assault. However, the #MuteRKelly hashtag went viral after Lifetime's docuseries Surviving R. Kelly, which followed the stories of several victims who accused the world's greatest crooner of sexual abuse and predation. Confused Twitter users came forward to call out Henson, who they believed missed the entire point of the hashtags. Quote, so if Mute Weinstein had just as many posts as R. Kelly, would that change Taraji's opinion? I'm confused, asked one Twitter user.
There was like...
Mute R. Kelly is an actual campaign with an accompanying hashtag. There's no such Harvey Weinstein hashtag because there's no point to be made here, Taraji, as if Weinstein still has the public's support.
Not only that, when I saw that, I was like, okay, and then I looked for #Harvey Weinstein. There was 400,000 posts using the hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag what?
Just Harvey Weinstein. So it wasn't that like people aren't talking about Harvey Weinstein. They're talking about him just as if, probably not more than R. Kelly. They're just not using the hashtag Mute Harvey.
Right.
That's not a hashtag. That makes no sense. And mute has to do with his music because R. Kelly's a singer. Harvey Weinstein makes films. It would have to be like turn off Harvey. I don't know. Like,
no, it's like one, it's apples and oranges, but two, like Harvey Weinstein is on his way to trial.
And by the way, Harvey Weinstein is literally the face of the Time's Up movement. And he was the first person outed, and like it was this huge thing. Like you can't even make the argument.
If your point is to be that like we weren't hard enough on Harvey Weinstein, like I don't know what more we could have done.
But you know what? That is a point. But not when it comes to Harvey Weinstein. When it comes to like a Chris
Bryan
Brown,
Singer.
Bryan
Whereas
Singer.
mute Bryan Singer. If
Right.
she had
I see what she's saying. I didn't like her example. And also, in the example she made, there was an inherent flaw, and the flaw is that mute Harvey wasn't a popular hashtag because that wasn't what the campaign was called. So while I saw the point she was trying to make.
The campaign was called Me Too and Time's Up.
Right, and those have millions of uses.
Right. And Harvey's no longer working, we don't need to mute him.
Yeah.
But we have to mute R. Kelly's music because like it's still being put out because no one will put a stop to it.
Right.
Yeah, apples and oranges, my friend.
Yep.
Strange. Next up, in a little lighthearted news. Wow, that was a heavy first.
By the way, it's been
stories.
a lot of like darkness this morning.
Chris Brown,
Bryan Singer, the nurse,
and R. Kelly and Harvey Weinstein. What a day.
But I love Taraji P. Henson, and honestly, she could do no wrong, so I forgive her.
I agree. Breaking down Ariana Grande's newly unveiled Thank You Next album tracklist. Okay, Ariana Grande has a new album coming out that's 2 albums in 6 months. I believe it's coming out on Valentine's Day.
I had a dream that I like found it, someone like leaked it on Spotify, and I was listening to it.
So these are the names of the tracks. Imagine, we know it, Must Miss. Needy, NASA, Bloodline, Fake Smile, Bad Idea, Makeup, Ghostin', In My Head, 7 Rings, Thank You Next, Break Up With Your Girlfriend, On Board.
So NASA, like E! News was all up in arms because one time Pete Davidson wore a sweatshirt that said NASA on it.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if, like, that can't be a correlation.
No. In one of the weird videos I watched about the hidden meetings in 7 Rings video, they said that she's like a huge NASA fan. Like she's obsessed with space.
Okay.
Like she has tweets about like how Pluto's the most beautiful planet. Oh no, wait, it's Jupiter.
And by the way, Pluto, not really a planet anymore.
Yeah.
The drama.
Such drama.
I know, there's so much drama, like with astrology.
Astronomy. Astrology is horoscopes.
That too.
Astronomy is space.
Whatever.
I took Astronomy 101.
You did? What'd you
Yeah.
learn? Name the planets.
Oh.
Let's try. Earth?
No, you have to start from the closest, like from the beginning.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Oh, if we're just naming planets?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
let's see if we can name them.
Mars, Venus.
Uranus.
Those are the last ones. Earth, Jupiter, Saturn,
Saturn. I forgot.
Mercury, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. That's 9. And now, but they say Pluto's not a 1, so that would be 8.
I really feel like we need to get the other planets like poppin' because I could use more options when it comes to places to live.
I don't
Earth
know.
just isn't cutting it for me these days. And with all the ice caps melting, we won't be here for that much longer. We really need to start settling on like Mars and some shit.
We have to jump
Did
ship.
you say Mars?
Did I see it?
Did you say Mars?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's the first one I said.
Okay.
Okay. You ready for your next story?
Yeah, we're just breezing right through.
It's exciting news for those of you who eat non-kosher. McDonald's is giving away free bacon for 1 hour today. McDonald's says it's giving away free bacon on January 29th, sorry, not today, from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. During that window, the company says customers can get 2 pieces of bacon on the side of any order, whether a burger, filet of fish, or a hot fudge sundae with a side of bacon. Ew.
Delish.
The deal is meant to highlight 3 new bacon-centric menu items: the Big Mac with bacon, the Quarter Pounder bacon burger, and cheesy bacon fries. Okay, what about just cheesy fries? Could we get that?
I'm sure you could. Okay, what hours?
4 to 5 on January 29th.
Is that today?
No, that's next week. But so that gives you ample time to
prepare.
Put a meeting on the calendar and run to McDonald's.
Now, does this also apply on Uber Eats? Because you know my fat ass like very rarely gets up and goes to McDonald's. I really just order it.
Your Uber Eats person would have to like go there between 4 and 5.
Right. No, I would place it like at 4.
Yeah, and then you should write a note like, make sure they give the bacon for free. It's a special deal they're running. And send him the link to this article or this
feels
show.
like left outism though. Like so many people can't eat bacon, but I want something free from McDonald's, like a McFlurry.
Yeah, or a
Everyone
toy.
can eat a McFlurry.
A toy.
Or a toy. Or no, really just like fries.
Cheesy fries.
McDonald's is always doing like innovative marketing. I feel like you think of them as like this trashy company because like their restaurants like smell like pee, but they're really like this marketing giant, like the biggest. It's literally the biggest company in the world. Mm-hmm. Are they owned by anyone, or do they own other things? Like Taco Bell is owned by Pepsi.
I don't think McDonald's is owned by anyone
Me
other
neither.
than Ray Kroc of shit.
Right, other than the founder.
Make sure you watch The Founder if you haven't already. It was a Toast Movie of the Week, but you might be a new toaster. You have to see the untold true story of McDonald's.
Are Michael Keaton and Diane Keaton related? I just thought of that.
I don't know. Or maybe they're married.
No, Diane Keaton is too powerful of a woman. She can't hold a husband.
I don't know.
I love Diane Keaton, actually. I feel like she's not an underrated, because
I know you love her.
because she's like a world-class actress with like the Woody Allen, and she was in The Godfather, but like I love her for like Because I Said So, and I will stand by my statement that Because I Said So is the greatest movie of our generation.
I know, you're obsessed with her, you're obsessed with that movie.
That movie, first of all, I love the song that they continually use in that movie. Mama said there'd be days like this, there'd be days
You're like
this.
such an old
Mama,
person.
Mama said. I just love that song. I love Diane Keaton, I love Mandy Moore, and I love the older sister from Cheaper by the Dozen, Piper. Dating Ashton Kutcher.
Coyote Ugly.
Laurel Graham. What's her name? The girl from
Laura.
Gilmore Girls.
Lauren.
Lauren?
Yeah.
Lauren Graham, yeah. Love her. And Diane Keaton. And then they also have the really hot guy from Suits.
Which one?
Who's Jewish, Gabriel Macht.
Who's also from Gossip Girl.
Is he?
He's Serena's professor.
Oh my God, yeah, so he's in it. And then the other guy, I don't know his name, and I don't fuck with him. But
Oh wow, there's a lot of goodness there. Maybe I'll watch it.
it's just, have you ever seen it?
Yes, but not start to finish, you know?
First of all, it's like a sisters movie, like The Sisters.
What
It's
are
so good. It's about
sisters?
food. Mandy Moore is just like is in it, and I can't believe it's just, and it's Nancy Meyers, right?
Have you ever watched Grace and Frankie?
Yes.
I think you would like it.
Okay, I started it, and honestly, like so dumb, and just like not into it. It's not my vibe.
But according to everything you're saying, it is your vibe.
I don't really like Jane Fonda. I mean, she did capture my heart in Monster-in-Law, but it wasn't enough. I just don't really like her.
And Georgia Rule.
Oh, fuck. Take it back about Because I Said So. Georgia Rule is the greatest movie of our generation. That should be a chosen movie of the week, because I feel like a lot of people haven't seen it, even though fucking Lindsay Lohan's in it.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, Lynette.
Oh my
Lynette
God.
is the drunk, right?
Like Jane Fonda's the grandma, Lynette is the
drunk.
mom, and Lindsay Lohan's the daughter.
And she cuts Lynette's hair.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God, I have to watch that movie. I feel like it's not on Netflix. It must be like you have to purchase.
You could probably buy it on Amazon.
Worth it. Worth every dollar.
Wow.
And this was like Lindsay Lohan had just like, she was starting to unravel, but she was still like glamorous and so pretty, and had just gotten out of rehab, and this was like the movie that was gonna bring her back. And it did, but then it didn't, you know?
Yeah.
It was just like an intro. Oh, Garrett Hedlund? Oh my God, this movie's so fucking good. From Country Strong?
Yeah. And then who's the other girl? Who's like the
Garrett's
local?
girlfriend.
Yeah. Who plays her?
Oh, someone good.
Hold
Google
on,
it.
Let me.
Georgia Rule, first of all, just such a great movie. Like, such a great name, such a great little town they lived in, such a great cast. Lindsay Lohan's outfits were so premium because she thought she was too good for this little town in Idaho.
Yeah.
Who played her?
I don't
I
know.
feel like it was like
Dermot Mulroney is in it. He's
Oh my God, yes!
Very Hallmark. I don't know. I need more time.
I feel like it was like the Aquamarine girl.
Oh, Sarah Paxton?
Yeah.
It was someone like that.
Yeah, like someone just like cute in Disney.
Yeah, maybe it was Christine Larkin.
Let me see.
Who looks like Brittany Snow. I don't know.
Whatever.
Anyways, make
Such
sure
a
you see
tangent,
it.
but just a fucking amazing movie.
Okay.
What was the story?
I don't even know. It was at McDonald's.
Oh.
Next up, I don't even know what
The founder.
story number we're on. I think it's 8.
No, it feels like 8, but we're just breezing right through them, so keep going.
CBS rejects Super Bowl ad for medical marijuana.
Ooh.
The Super Bowl isn't ready for medical marijuana. Acreage Holdings, the multi-state cannabis company backed by John Boehner, and is that the same person as the government?
Yeah, it
says
is.
CBS rejected a television advertisement that calls for the legalization of medical marijuana. The network, which is airing the game on February 3rd, nixed the proposed spot after seeing a rough outline, according to the company. While medical marijuana is now legal in more than 30 states, the federal prohibition on cannabis has restricted research and made it difficult for some potential patients to get their hands on a drug that proponents say helps treat seizures, pain, and other ailments. Maybe I need to smoke some Mary J.
Oh my God, you know what? I was just thinking that also. It's legal in 30 states?
Yeah.
I literally thought it was like just California and Colorado.
No, medical marijuana. I'm sorry. Medical marijuana,
Oh.
not recreational marijuana.
I understand.
Medical marijuana is legal in 30 states.
Wait, medical marijuana is not legal some places? That's crazy.
No, and now they wanted a commercial to, get people jazzed about it.
Okay, like I would maybe like for my fatigue, but I feel like marijuana makes you more tired and paranoid, and I already am like so paranoid.
No, but it like,
And honestly, I don't want to alter my mental state. Do you know what I mean? My body feels tired and my body's in pain. So I want some ailment like to help. I want to help my body, but I don't want my brain to be, I think I'm great the way that I am.
yeah, but it helps with pain and nausea, and it sounds like all of my symptoms.
You were nauseous yesterday.
I was.
Okay, like I would
The
try it.
migraines make you not, like...
I would try it, but like you would need to lock me in my house, and I would need to have everyone around me, like, because I would be paranoid. I'd be like, oh my god, is my family okay?
I don't want to try with you.
Is my family okay?
I don't want to try
and
with
we would need to bring snacks. See, like it's not the drug for me.
Okay, that's fair. The advertisement was aimed to, quote, create an advocacy campaign for constituents who are being lost in the dialogue. Acreage President George Allen said, Super Bowl airtime would have been the best way to achieve this, he added. Quote, it's hard to compete with the amount of attention something gets when it airs during the Super Bowl. Very true, and then, like, the buzz afterwards.
Right.
CBS didn't immediately reply to a request for comment on Monday because it was a federal holiday. Or because they just are dodging questions.
Right. Also, like, do they have to explain themselves? Well, is CBS a publicly traded company? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they could explain themselves, which is that, like, it's too controversial for
and, like,
Super
kids
Bowl.
watch.
Exactly. I don't know where I fall on the issue.
On the medical marijuana issue, I stand firmly in the middle because I don't smoke weed. I don't care about other people who smoke weed as long as you don't do it in my face in my apartment or like make it smell in my house. I really don't care. So I'm not gonna like go to bat for either side and like make people upset when I don't really care.
And it's like, do they air tobacco or alcohol commercials during the Super Bowl? Because if so...
Oh, they do beer.
Oh, they do beer.
Yeah.
Do they do hard alcohol? Like vodka?
Yeah.
And do they do cigarettes?
No.
Cigarettes don't even have commercials anymore.
The anti-cigarettes have commercials.
Right. Oh, so maybe... But I guess if you're not doing cigarettes, then no marijuana. But it's medical, so it's like, do they do pharmaceuticals?
The way I feel about marijuana is the way I feel about abortion. It's just like do it and like leave me out of it, I'm not interested.
Totes. Well, that's our fast 10 stories.
No, right. No, that's our fast 15.
That was our very fast 15 stories of the morning.
Okay, there's so much TV to talk about. Let's do Vanderpump Rules. I watched that first. It was such a good episode, and it was really like a roller coaster of emotions for me when it comes to Billy, because I do have to say, when I watched the preview, I was like, Billy sucks. And when I was following along on social media, like months ago, I was like, oh, this bitch is a thirst trap. And there was a point in the episode where she started going off on people, and I was like, oh, she's crazy. No, even before that, when she came up to Kristen and Katie at her brunch, and she was being fucking nuts.
Yeah,
I was
and
like,
they were actually, Kristen was being very...
normal for Kristen.
Normal, and like didn't give a reaction and didn't start shit, and I was very proud of her and surprised.
Yeah, but like that was really thirsty of Billy. She was being so nuts, and at that point, I was like, this bitch is nuts. Then when she said that she was left out and she was like going around talking to people about it, I actually weirdly had like, I felt really bad for her. Like, I was like, she has such a persecution complex. Like, no one is leaving her out, and that couldn't be more clear. None of those girls are transphobic. Like, but she really feels that way, and I don't think she was doing it to be thirsty. I think she really like has this complex of just being left out her whole life, that like she was like, again, I'm being left out, and I was like, that's so sad, like to always just assume the worst in people, because for your whole life, people have been the worst to you. Then she lost me again with the food thing. She could put the food down, but for a moment, I had a little bit of empathy for her. I'm not gonna lie.
And you understood where she was coming from.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with that, but then it's like, just because you feel left out doesn't mean that you go and slander like these people who, and say such untrue and harmful things about them.
And those kind of labels are just like, they stick so easily in this like cancel culture we live in, that like, you don't say it and don't like a comment saying someone's transphobic unless they really are.
Right. Also, agreed, completely lost me when she started comparing her using her trans card to Katie using her fat card, when it's like, first of all, apples and oranges again, and it's like, no, people were calling Katie fat. Katie never threw down a fat card.
She was like, I'm fat, leave me alone. And Katie's not fat. I can't stress that enough. And it's honestly like so dangerous for us to just be normalized and be like, yeah, like as if she's literally like 600 pounds. She has like the most normal average body. She's probably what, a size 6? So fucking, like, I can't.
Right, and so so people are calling Katie fat, and so she's like, hi, I have a problem with being called fat. No one was giving Billy any sort of shit about being trans.
No.
So she doesn't have to get upset. Like,
and they have footage. I wonder why they didn't use that footage of 4 days ago when Ariana was like, by the way, can I invite Billy? And Kristen was like, Katie was like, yeah, but like, I don't want her help. Because they were fighting at that point. She had just come and yelled at her at brunch.
Right.
So like.
And by the way, there are plenty of other females who work at SUR who weren't on the promotional poster.
Because they're not main characters and they're not friends with them. Like, where was Christina Kelly?
I was thinking the same thing.
Faith. Does she still work there?
Gigi, the hostesses.
Yeah. No, it's just so stupid. Like, for so many reasons, she was wrong. But I didn't think that she said she was left out for reasons of thirst. I think she really did feel like she was left out because her whole life she has been, and I did feel bad for her. But the thirst with the brunch conversation, and then what her conversation with Lisa was out of control.
And the lack of self-awareness that you're being an asshole, and that's why you're not invited.
Right. And I'm really surprised at Lisa. Like, she's handling this kind of poorly.
She's handling a lot of things poorly.
Yeah.
Like, even making a mention of the fact that, like, James is good for business, maybe we should keep him on, even though he's insulting all of our staff. Like, who gives a shit?
No, and also Girls' Night looked so fun.
But then I was thinking about James, and what he did was actually brilliant. From being a busboy to begging Lisa to play his CDs and his jams, and to, like, he's the only person who really made a career out of working at SUR and, like, a whole thing out of it. And now
in combination with SUR.
Right. And no one else had that sort of foresight. So when he was saying, like, people only there Tuesdays because of me, no. But no one, they would have never had an idea
Brunch
to do something like this if it wasn't for James, like, really being sort of, like, entrepreneurial. He went from being a busboy to, like, head DJ, whereas they were all waiters and waitresses, and they thought that was the top of the line. Like, there's nothing else, like, unless one of them became, like, a 5-star chef and became, like, the chef for SUR, but even still, that wouldn't necessarily bring in new people. So credit where credit is due.
No, and that's why I think he's, like, so upset that he got taken away and that now everyone's copying him.
It was he was very savvy back in the day, and we all were, like, making fun of him. He's a DJ, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
But he DJs, we go to clubs and he's the DJ.
Yeah, we saw him perform once. He was pretty good.
Even if he's not, like, nobody even cares.
Right. He's
it's
still
the
a piece
novelty
of shit.
Of it.
But he's a brilliant businessman.
Yeah.
What else happened in the episode? Oh, next week. I know it always says, like, next week looks good, but I need to know what happened with Lala and Ariana.
Well, Lala did an interview a few weeks ago saying that at one point she was dating a female castmate, like, before the show, before I think she came on the show. I don't know. It's very vague. She said you'll see more about it. So I feel like
there's something there.
There's, like, history there.
Yeah. But, like, okay, whatever. I actually can't wait to see that. What else? Oh, Brittany had a meltdown. And I, like, felt really bad for her. She definitely overreacted, but, like, I knew what she was talking about. She's like, we're going to sit down and film another conversation where everyone's worried about me and my relationship. Like, leave me alone and trust me and whatever. And she overreacted, but, like, I did kind of feel bad for her. Like, she's the only person who's, like, innocent, actually. Like, leave her alone. And
also, Katie was being a bitch.
Yeah.
To Brittany, and then when Brittany left, Katie was still talking shit and not being a nice friend.
Yeah, I think it probably is nice for Katie that, like, someone else's relationship is under such a microscope now, because, like, for 2 seasons, like 2 long seasons, it was all about her and Tom, like, yelling at each other, Tequila Katie, Tom hooking up with a girl, kissing a girl in Vegas. And now it's like the spotlight's on someone else's, like, let's hound on that.
But I feel like if I were her and that had happened to me, I would have like even more sympathy, and I would probably be grateful that it's happening to someone else, but I wouldn't be the perpetuator, considering she knew how shitty it felt.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I felt like she was being a bitch, like, in this episode. And
yeah, she could have been more empathetic.
When James and Tom are talking about, like, Duck, Duck, Goose and how they all follow each other, like, who do you think, there definitely is some sort of, like, when they literally are talking to Lala and they just, like, change her mind about working with Jax.
Oh, I thought, by the way.
Working with James immediately, like, who's the head honcho?
I don't know.
Who's the #1 girl in this group?
I was thinking the same thing, because honestly, I thought it was, like, secretly Lala, but just seeing her be manipulated by them, like, literally instantly, I don't know. I want to say Katie.
I want to say so too.
She's just influential in the group. That was wild, where she was like, and they had a really sweet conversation the week before, and I really felt like James actually does care about Lala. Like, he doesn't care about anyone. I think he cares more about Lala than he does Raquel. And I think he really was gonna, like, make a change, and she just, like, was so easily influenced. That was so funny.
Yeah, but I understood what they were saying, where it's like, James needs to hit rock bottom, realize that he has no one there for him. If you go into the studio with him and you guys are, like, cool, then he'll think everything's fine again with everyone and go back to his old ways. But he really does need, like, to be humbled, and for more than just 1 week.
And this is, like, the pattern of Vanderpump Rules. It's like, he gets fired, he stops drinking for a week, he gets humbled, we start again. No, like, let's be real now. Like, fuck off. Get him out of here. Kristen was being so funny in the episode. Honestly, like, I teeter between, like, really can't standing her and, like, loving her.
No, in this episode, I remember, I was just like, I really, really like her.
Yeah.
She said, like, so many funny things. She was being a good friend to a lot of, like, I was just impressed by her, and usually I'm the first to just blame everything on her.
Yeah, me too, because most of the time, like, you can trace it back to her weaselly ways, but she was being funny and she controlled herself, and I think they really did, in that brunch moment, they really did not want to give Billy, like, more camera time, so if they had made it into a big thing, it would have just given her, like, her foot in the door, like, it would have opened it so much more. They were just like, whatever, Billy.
And
like,
then Billy could have been like, Kristen came to my brunch and ruined it.
Right.
Because she keeps doing, and she just, like, didn't give in, which is something that Juliette Porter needs to learn.
Okay.
Siesta
Couldn't
Key.
agree more. Siesta Key, season premiere, 2 hours. It was so good. They really amped up the high quality footage, like, even more. Like, it was just so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Like, I have a hard time believing that the ocean in Siesta Key is really that blue.
No, it's such a beautiful show. People, city, everything. It's so good. 2 hours was not enough last night.
Because honestly, I went through, like, an emotional thing where, like, I kind of liked Kelsey.
No, same.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. We caught up with everyone. Chloe befriended Cara. Chloe said that they had been friends before, but obviously she brought her around just to stir the pot.
And she admitted that on this show.
Yeah, her and Juliette are not on good terms at the moment in the show. Juliette and Alex seem to be strong as ever.
Stronger than ever, which is all relative, and they are.
Yeah.
And they say I love you to each other, and I think that's a really big deal. Who else has Alex, I would like to know who else Alex has said I love you to in a relationship, because he definitely goes around from girl to girl, but does he ever say that?
In this moment in time, I'm not hating Alex and Juliette. Like, they haven't done anything to bother me yet, and he hasn't cheated on her, so, like, I'm fine right now.
I'm fine right now too, except, I fucking despise Pauly and what he did to Jared.
Was
and
so
Alex
terrible.
Started
Allowed it. Agreed.
And we'll get there. But that's the only reason why I'm like, I would say, Alex is actually fine. He doesn't bother me anymore.
No.
Except then he did that, and I fucking hate him.
Me too. But there's, like, a new character on the show. Obviously, there's new characters, but there's a new character, and it's money.
Oh, yeah. No, it's always been there.
But now they're talking about it in a really direct, like, awkward way about how, Juliette's only after Alex for his money. Juliette, like, was talking about the way Alex grew up and the way her grew up was so different. This new girl is, like, so rich from New Jersey. She's the only person who has just as much money as Alex.
If not more.
Yeah, like, those types of conversations make me so uncomfortable. And, like, honestly, I was hating it. But I love Cara's house. And by the way, I would bet $7 million Homegirl just hired a chef for the day.
Oh, of course. And, like, why do they have people rubbing their feet? Like,
He didn't look like he knew his way around that kitchen.
no. We'll get there. But then there's also the element of, like, these people are doing well now. They make money from the show. They have a ton of Instagram followers. They do sponsored posts. So, like...
Right, Madison had to move home because she couldn't afford a place.
So there's also a hierarchy within the show, yes, of who has money, but also who's achieving the most fame, who has the most Instagram followers. And, like, Juliette could, like, be driving a Ferrari if she wanted to with her Instagram money.
Right.
You know?
Lease, not a bought Ferrari. At least Ferrari.
So it's like, yeah, these people's, their parents have money, but who cares?
No, totally. It's not even relevant anymore.
And, like, Alex, his house is beautiful, whatever. But he lives on the public beach.
No, the house is the weirdest thing ever. And someone explained it to me once. In Siesta Key, there are no private beaches, like, for a house to be built on. So if you want to live on the beach, like, you just gotta pop up a house next to a parking garage, and it's beautiful. But it's literally like the best house on the worst block.
Yeah.
You know?
But why do I feel like Cara's house is on a private beach?
Oh, totally.
You know?
Yeah, totally. I loved her house.
Yeah. I really like Alex's house, honestly. But
I thought Alex moved out last year. Did he not?
He did. And then when Juliette and him are talking about Chloe later in the episode, they're in his house, which is just like a little frat house on the water.
Got it. Okay, so we met Jared, who I adore. He's such a little cutie from the military, like, Brothers in Blue. Love him. I just need everyone to stop talking about high school like it's serious. Do you know what I mean? Like, shit that happened in high school is not real.
No, I just can't believe he came back from war and is, like, having beers with the boys, like, talking about his beef with Alex.
Right.
And, like, bro, you've been to war.
Yeah, like, how can you still care?
Like, or how can you even still remember? And it's like, he never did anything to perpetuate the fight with Alex, but it's like, he's coming back and talking about high school drama when, like, you've been to war.
No, and it's like, even just coming back years later and talking about high school drama is so stupid, but it's even more stupid when you've been to war.
Exactly.
Like, when you've been to Iraq.
And, like, where is the respect for those who have served from Pauly and Alex? Those motherfuckers.
Honestly,
the minute they saw him, they should have been like, thank you for your service, I'm a douchebag.
I want to fucking start a petition to get Pauly off the show.
I said we should pick it outside MTV.
Every year, he does something even more fucked up. Like when he's just calling Khloe fat last year, like
that's nothing compared
there
to
is
this.
a special place in hell for boys who call girls fat. I will say that till the day that I fucking die. And he did it so many times. He got arrested. He's a disgusting piece of shit. And now this year he literally attacked someone. Literally Jared just took a step, stood there, and got the shit beat out of him. He didn't have one word come out of his mouth.
Also,
and it was so sad. It was 2 against 1. And he didn't even have any warning.
And it's like, why would you come to the party? Like the whole fucking...
It's a show.
It's a public beach.
Yeah.
I came to the beach.
Totally.
Also, when they were like, Pauly was just drunk and hyped up, like he's definitely on drugs.
Yeah, but also...
They keep saying hyped up. I think,
is that an excuse?
No. But when they say hyped up, I was like...
You mean like cocaine?
I believe so.
Yeah. No, just like honestly, I have such a problem with Pauly, like from an ethical standpoint, that something has to be done. Change.org, should we do it?
I think we should do it.
But Alex Campo's dad is a producer, and Pauly's like his cousin technically.
Okay, they're not related. Alex Campo's dad would probably be grateful to like have this man stop living off his dime.
Yeah.
He's a grown man. He can like whatever happened in his childhood, very sad, but he can now take care of himself. Mm-hmm. Get the fuck off of my television. My television is too big and wide to see your ugly face.
No, my television, when I'm watching Siesta Key, is too premium and beautiful colors to see your little ponytail, okay? I can't and I won't stand for it.
Like, so even, like, it makes me annoyed with Alex for sure that he associates with Pauly, but then like...
Oh, when Pauly said the most fucked up thing, I feel like you two are clashing because you won't bend the knee or whatever.
Like, are you fucking Daenerys Targaryen?
Right, like, so stupid. Yeah, that's exactly right, but you're saying that as if it's a bad thing. Like, the reason why we're fighting is because you won't respect and bow down to Alex Campo at his house.
Because his parents have money and live on a public beach.
Right, no, it's so stupid.
And rented a yacht for the day.
It's so stupid. That yacht was so awkward, I wanted to die.
I wanted to die. By the way, let's make it clear, like, they don't own that yacht. They rented it for the evening, which is just like, if you're gonna have people on your boat and like do that,
like show
you have
off,
to own
the
boat
completely.
Like, why would you choose to meet like potentially your future in-laws? Like, it would be like me renting Versailles,
right? Just for the night. No, it was very odd. I'm telling you, the whole money thing is really awkward.
And
let's
then
talk
like
about
now
Kelsey.
Garrett's like making money with his training
and the way. When he says his online business, like it literally sounds like porn. It's like my online business is making a lot of money. And I'm like, okay, porn.
Also, fun fact, right now in time, Garrett and Kara are dating.
In real life?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Me too.
She's pretty, but like she's being used as a pawn and she's loving it. And she just like has to stop talking about Alex like in the way that she is. Like, I could text Alex right now and he would come over in a second. Like, please, bitch, relax. But Juliet like needs to stop being so insecure. But also it's a part of the show. If she didn't react, like there would be no storyline. So she has to react, but like be a little more secure.
She needs to react. She needs to stop reacting. She needs to be more secure. But then you also have to remember, like, she's 21 years old. Like, these are lessons that you learn. Like, it's like she's making all of her mistakes in this relationship, so she's a better person in her next one. Like, yes, we've all been through that, and we all know because we're all old and wise, but like, she's just living and learning.
And they're so young, like you forget that.
When Kelsey was like, I was 20, as if it was 10 years ago.
Right. When they, it's very rare with this cast in particular that they're on the right side of history, but they really all were, and they took Juliet's side in her versus Chloe, and I actually spoke to Chloe last night, and she was like, just please don't talk to me until the 3rd episode. She says that her comeuppance is coming, and just to bear with her.
We said after, when they came out, we were like, we love when you guys are friends, like, please stay friends, and Chloe was like, you're gonna hate me the first 3 episodes. So I'm bearing, like, it's a Teddy Mellencamp situation where it's like, I love the woman in person, and on the show, I'm struggling to...
Yeah, but then when Kelsey was like, I'm Team Juliet, and they were like hugging, I was like, wait, do I love Kelsey?
When Chloe was like, you hate Juliet, and Kelsey was like, yeah, I don't like her, but I'm on her side.
Right.
Like, it was sweet, and it also was honest. It wasn't like she was being fake, like, I'm gonna be up Juliet's asshole right now because she is the most popular person on the show, and now she's a narrator.
Yeah.
She was like, no, I don't like her, but you're being wrong, and that's a good friend.
Right. In reality TV, like, you usually just side with the person you're friends with, not for the person that you actually agree with. So for someone to actually just take the side of the person they like less, but because they actually think that they're right and deserve justice, it's quite mature, Kelsey.
It's a big move.
So I was like living and loving Kelsey.
Also, Money is a new character, and Madison's haircut is a welcome new character.
Oh, I couldn't agree less. I think it looks so bad.
Oh my God, no, I thought her old hair looked so bad.
Yeah.
She never knew how to do it.
No, I mean...
This is just like cute. She has a very like chic, sophisticated look about her to begin with. She's like movie star glamorous, and she never knew how to do her hair. We were always like watching her and her sister do their hair in the bathroom, and it's like, please stop. So now she has a short hair look and like it's less maintenance for her and she looks great.
And why is Canvas like coming so hard for Juliette? Like she's like, I think she's happy to be included on one of the sides, but like everything that comes out of her mouth is like so mean about Juliette.
She is very thirsty and like she's not a secure full-time member,
No.
I feel. She's definitely still like a friend of cast.
Yeah.
And she saw what happened to some of her friends last season. They didn't make the cut, Hannah Starr and that other guy.
Oh yeah.
So she like, no, she's working OT.
But they did make a good point with the whole Alex, Cara, Juliette thing. It's like Juliette is best friends with Amanda, like best friends. Amanda had sex with Alex last year. She's best friend, no, not best friends, but she's friendly-ish now with Kelsey. Kelsey had sex with Alex last year.
I think the difference is that when they had sex with Alex last year, Juliette and Alex were just hooking up. They weren't, I don't think they were exclusive. Like, yeah, it hurt her feelings, but they weren't like boyfriend, girlfriend. They weren't in love. Their relationship is very serious now.
Yeah.
And to bring around a girl who has a history of not giving a shit about serious relationships, like technically, like when Alex was hooking up with other girls, like he was disrespecting Juliette, but he wasn't really doing anything wrong.
Illegal.
You know, now it's way different and way more serious. And for Chloe to bringing her around now, just to drum up drama in their relationship when they've been through so much, it's like they got through all of that.
I agree.
And now you're gonna bring in like it's like the last person you have to fight.
Yeah, like she had to go to New Jersey to pick her up and bring her back.
Yeah, Chloe was being a shady bitch.
She was being a shady bitch, but there's been like so much, even in just the first episode, like so much physicality. Everyone's fighting, like physically. Crazy. I love it.
And I'm loving Amanda.
Me too, she looks so cute.
Who like I either love or I despise.
No, yeah. It's everyone really like kind of grew up over the summer and like everyone is acting different. You know who's like so sophisticated is Brandon.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, but like he's selling out his own shows.
We'll see.
And
what was I going to
say?
But
Brandon's house is really nice.
Also, the theme is I like someone when they're friends with Juliette, and I don't like them when they're mean to her.
Yeah, but I just like love Chloe. Like
I just want to protect Juliette. Like all these other like Chloe, they're older than Juliette. Like they are conniving.
But that's why they hate her because like
and
she's
Juliette's
the
just
star.
like this young. Sweet,
Butterfly.
Sick bird, and I just want to protect her.
I know.
And she's so small with her small face.
She's so skinny. When she was here, I literally never saw a smaller person in my life. Not even just like sheer weight, like petite, tiny, small, narrow, all of it.
Small face.
Small face.
On the show, you wouldn't think she had a small face.
Yeah.
But then she's here, and her face is smaller than Cinch's.
So was Jared the only new character last night?
Yeah.
Oh, and Cara.
Jared was the only new character that I...
Yeah, that I fuck with. But I didn't hate Cara. Chloe was really like steering the ship of manipulation, but Cara was along for the ride, and that's just as bad.
Agreed, but also Cara being like, I could have Alex any minute.
Oh my God, she needed to be
And by the way,
slapped.
if you're gonna say shit like that, you have to text him right now.
Right, no, when she was saying that, I'm like, okay, text him. But she didn't, which means she doesn't actually think that she could do that.
Right, she's full of shit. Like,
but that last scene at the beach where like Amanda kicked Chloe off the beach, the public beach, was so wild. Like really last night was a premium ass episode, and I find 2-hour episodes to be such torture because they very rarely deliver like 2 hours of premium content. But there was 2 hours of premium content.
There was, and there's something's changed with Kelsey. Maybe because now that she's a model and like she's more secure in her station in life, like she's just being like cooler. Mm-hmm. But when she was at the beach and like Chloe was like not saying hi to her, she just like handled it so well.
Wait, you know what? That's
she
so
was
funny?
like, I wasn't gonna be rude, but okay, bye, and she just walked away.
Wait, that's so funny that you said that because when she did that, I had the same thought. I'm like, wow, this is a secure ass bitch. Because she was like, she's like, I wasn't gonna ignore you, and Chloe was like, well, I was. And she's like, okay, bye. I was just like, wow, I never have the balls to do that because I'm like such a weenie. I'd be like, hey, how are you? Like I'm a fakest bitch alive. And I was just impressed by that scene as well.
Me too. And now that I think about it, it's like last year she was the new girl in town, so she didn't have that sort of power or authority to be like, I'm gonna ignore you. Like she literally needed Chloe's friendship in order to even be on the show. But now that she's a main character, she might have more followers than Juliette.
She does. She always has.
I haven't checked in a while.
I'll check.
So I think that like things like that, like I think she has the most followers of all the cast members. She doesn't need to eat shit. If Chloe's gonna be a bitch to her, bye, I'm going swimming in my hot pink bikini.
Okay,
with
Kelsey
also
Owens.
my new haircut that is very good.
Kelsey Owens, 283. Madison House, 236.
I think Juliette's 268 as of
Wait, I'm
yesterday.
trying to find.
Oh, but by the way, there were so many commercials. Someone just mentioned that.
I got a screener, so I didn't watch them. Juliette, 272. So Juliette is right underneath Kelsey.
Okay.
And let's see where Chloe's at.
Chloe's in the ones.
170. And I'm actually really curious to see
Alex.
Cara. Like, she's in one episode.
She was
what is
at
that?
like 13 last night or something.
Okay, how do you even find,
Like
what's her last name?
Search who Chloe follows.
Oh, smart, yeah. Cara with a C, right?
Yeah.
Is this her? Oh my God, she follows me. 17. Should I follow her back? No, not yet. She hasn't. Honestly,
she has to prove herself.
When we both started watching the show, I was like obsessed, and the only person that followed me was Kelsey. I spoke so much shit about her. She did unfollow me. I'm gonna follow her back now. Cause like, actually, should I give it one more episode?
Yeah. She give it.
But she earned my
episode.
respect last night.
She earned my respect, and I forgot about all the things that I didn't like.
Yeah. Because she seems to be happy in a relationship. She wasn't being like thirsty with Garrett or anything. Even though I do see that in a couple in the
future.
coming up. Yeah.
I don't know. And she got a haircut, and it looked really good.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm pleased with everyone except
There were
Chloe.
too many commercials.
I didn't watch.
Oh, right. You watched a screener. I actually watched live even though I had a screener because Stitch and I were watching live together. So I was like live tweeting with Snitch.
Well, so I didn't have commercials, but it did say on the thing, property of MTV, like on the whole thing, and it was so fucking annoying.
That's so annoying. I couldn't have watched something on my computer because of the migraine, so I had to wait till it was live.
No, but it was just like so premium, and I'm just like, I'm so happy that this is a show in our lives, you know?
Same, and then it's back.
Yeah, and we needed it.
We did. And I hope that Pauly gets
his ass handed to him real soon.
Really, really soon. I wonder who Jared's gonna snuggle up to.
I think I saw...
Madison?
Was that it? Hold on. By the way, that guy Madison's dating is so cute.
So cute, but it's not gonna last.
No, not at all. Wait, I saw Kelsey hooking up with someone.
Her man.
Oh, yeah? Justice for Carson. I saw his face for 1 fucking second.
Yeah.
He's hot.
He's like a little, like...
He was like supposed to be the Jared, I think.
Yeah.
But he just didn't want it enough.
Yeah, I don't think he tested well.
Yeah.
Because there was something very like...
weenie about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm really looking forward to next week's episode.
Did you watch The Bachelor?
No, I decided not to. It's like, once it's past the 24-hour mark, like no one's talking about it anymore, it might as well have been a month ago.
Yeah, I figured you would feel that way. We'll talk about it next week. The only thing you missed was the pageant girl drama. It's so dumb. They still won't tell us what happened. And I'm officially Team Kaylin, not the girl.
Hannah B.
Yeah, even though I still don't know what happened, but it sounds like nothing happened. Then the reason why I'm Team Kaylin and not Hannah anymore is because Hannah was the one who brought it up to Colton first, and now she's acting like, Kaylin's been talking all this shit about me, saying horrible things about me. She never intended to talk about you until you brought it up to Colton. So
and when it's a
she was like, how is this happening to me? I feel so misunderstood. It's like, you started it.
Yeah.
You don't like how she finished it? Good for her that she was able to pull her name out of the mud with yours. But
Yeah.
like, you started it, so now like, this is your mess.
Bringing
Fucking clean it
drama
up.
to The Bachelor or The Bachelorette is like the easiest way for you to become a loser.
Yeah, unless the lead asks you what's going on in
Yeah.
the house, you do not mention it. And by the way, they could have both not liked each other, had some sort of weird beef, like I've seen it before, but both be individually good people. When Hannah was telling Colton, she was like, we're so different. I don't know how you could like us both. It really worries me. Basically, that was her giving her an ultimatum. It's me or her. And it's like, bitch, it's week 2.
And you had a very rough day
You had a one-on-one last week and it sucked ass.
You got by the skin of your chinny chin motherfucking chin.
So I'm done with her.
Okay, good to know. Well, I'll take your side because I believe you and I trust you.
Thank you.
Okay, is that it?
And then Elise went on a date and she was a cutie.
Okay.
People are saying Elise for Bachelorette. I'm not so sure yet.
Oh, I did see Margot say that.
Yeah, Margot was
If by
saying
people
that.
you mean Margot?
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think like one other person.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into the Morning Toast. We're back tomorrow. We'll be recapping Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Exciting.
I'm actually so excited. It's the best show on TV. And thanks for being here to the... Sorry, let me try that again. Thanks for being here, spending time with your favorite millennial morning show host, The Morning Toast. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, and then we're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. We love you, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.